Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make this African print braided headband. Of course, you can use any other fabric of your choice. So let's get started. So this is the fabric that I used. This beautiful fabric. I also had a blue fabric and a lilac fabric for the decoration at the back. So the measurement of the fabrics will go as so. So you need 3 pieces of fabric, 3 long pieces of fabric, 5 inches wide and 38 inches long, and you cut 3 of these fabric strips. And then you now fold the fabric right sides facing each other, and then you pin on the sides. You do this for all 3 pieces, and then you now go ahead and then sew them on the sewing machine. So there were all my fabric strips sewn. So then the next thing, now you now take either a bodkin or a safety pin or any other tool that you normally use to turn strips of fabric inside out. Then we are going to turn these strips of fabric inside out. I did this for all 3 strips, and there I was basically done. Then the next thing now is to now stuff the little fabric strips with stuffing. This can be, you can buy normal stuffing, some people call it fiber, any stuffing of your choice. You can also use baiting or padding, they call it. And then I started to stuff my fabric strips. To stuff your fabric strips, it helps when you have something long like a stick or a spoon to push the stuffing through the fabric. This really helps. So there were all my 3 fabric strips now stuffed. At this point they kind of look like ropes, and then I now went to the one end and then I joined all 3 together. So when stitching them, try to make sure that the seams are facing one side. And then at this point, you can now ask someone to hold your ropes for you, or like I did, you can just tape them onto your working surface. That will hold them down while you braid. So then I now went on to braid. After braiding, I now also sewed the ends together. Then I went on to stitch. After stitching it now into a circle, I now went on to now prepare the back, the decoration at the back, and I had my two fabrics. The first one was 10 inches by 12 inches, and the other one, the bigger one, was 24 inches by 10 inches wide. Then I ironed on interfacing onto them just to give them some volume and so that they stand on their own. After ironing on the interfacing, I folded the fabrics in half. Then I would go on and sew on one side, leaving a small gap, and then I would stitch. After stitching now, I would now flip the fabric like so, and then go on to sew those other sides that I did not sew, the sides that I left open, and then I would stitch them, this time not leaving any gap. So at that point I done stitching my fabrics, and then using that small gap that I'd left, I would turn them inside out. So there is the first one. Don't forget to snip the corners and then turn your fabrics inside out. Then I now went on to iron them flat. So there I was just folding and iron so that I can get the center point. So at this point you notice that one of the fabrics will be bigger and one of the pieces will be smaller, and then I'll fold them in half, and then I started to just do like a tucking stitch and gathering to make sort of like a bow. I did the same thing for the bigger piece of fabric. And then I put the smaller one on top of the bigger one, and then using my thread, I just went on to tie them together. Then I also went on to tie them on to our main headband. Then I took a little strip of fabric, a small piece of fabric, which I folded 2 times like that to hide the raw edges, and then that is the piece of fabric that I will now use to hide the raw edges on the main headband. I just went on and then I stitched it right on. headband that we have. It's so beautiful. It looks so elegant, and I am so happy with the way it turned out, you guys. I really hope you try this DIY. So there is the bow on my mannequin. It looks so pretty. And there I was just playing around with it, and I decided to put that brooch. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, you guys. Bye.